Film Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the NBA. So y'all check this out. Well, guys, I've been talking about the NBA a lot. Didn't follow the summer league too closely. The main stories and stuff like that. And the trades that went down so far. I like to let things play out. And I'm not really into all of the trades. I'm kind of old school. I'd rather guys stay on a team 5 years or more, so you can get identified with them, learn to love them or learn to hate them. You know how we do. I hate it when a guy's on the other team and the whole year you didn't like him and then he's on your team next year. So I don't really like the trade phase. I do understand people, got to get their money. People got to go where the best deal is. It's clear. But it's just the thing, I don't like that phase so much. I do know of the trades, the significant trades so far. You're looking at Jimmy Butler going to Minnesota. That could be good. It could be interesting, depending on what they do going forward until the season. That's why I don't really want to talk about it too much. He can probably make another move until then. Who knows what happens? Another one, somebody going down there to Oklahoma City to help out your boy Russell Westbrook. Paul George still has him, 28 years old, still has some years left in him. Good player, will help be able to do something with the ball, make decisions off the ball. They needed another ball handler, although he plays that small forward position. He's a great ball handler. They needed that in Oklahoma City, and bad, right? So that's intriguing, but let's see who else they surround those guys with, right, going forward. This here is to talk about the obvious one of late, right? I know it's been talked about. I waited a couple of days, and then I didn't want to say nothing right away until it gets a little bit more concrete. But it's getting concrete enough to where the point of your boy Kyrie Irving, one of the baddest finishers in the game, one of the best ball handlers in the game. It's an offensive juggernaut. You can't really stop the dude. He's really awesome. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the ball, I'm saying, like I say, top 3 ball handler in the game. You're talking Chris Paul, maybe your boy Jamal Crawford. This guy is really good and finishes with either hand at the glass. Awesome player. Well, he's a little bit sick of playing next to LeBron James. That's what he's saying. He wants out of Cleveland. And, I just thought, okay, that's okay. But then, I've heard reports that he wants to get away from LeBron James as well. So me, it's not that many people that follow me, but people who have heard this probably before from me, because I don't use it only for basketball. I use it for all sports. I just think Kyrie Irving has Scottie Pippen syndrome, right? That's what I call it. Where you're great at what you do, but because of someone else, you're not really getting recognized how you feel you should be. I think Scottie Pippen epitomizes that. A lot of people probably don't really know how good Scottie Pippen was. So if you do it nowadays, you do it short. Just go on YouTube and look at his highlights, maybe. Offense, defense, can do everything on the floor, everything. And defense, he'll guard you from one baseline to the other baseline, no matter who you are, right? Can bring the ball up if he has to, can score it, can post up, shoot. No, that was his question mark, but he would shoot good enough to keep people honest. Go past you, dunk on you, block his shot, whatever's clever. Scottie Pippen could do it, but he's not, it's as known as he should be. And I think so. Anybody that's feeling like this has Scottie Pippen syndrome, and I think that Kyrie Irving that's the case. I think he feels as no matter what he does, it's going to be LeBron's team, LeBron's era, and those things like that. So I think he doesn't want to be Robin anymore. He wants to be Batman. It's risky, right? It's risky, right? LeBron James is someone you're playing next to that at least doesn't have to take the last shot of the game. I remember when he didn't take the last shot of the game 4 or 5 years ago. He wouldn't take the last shot of the game. He would make the best decision of the game, and the guy that's open misses the shot, and everybody will be talking about, well, you're the star, you're supposed to take the last. When you keep hearing that over and over, then you start believing it as a fan, right? But as a coach or trainer of basketball, no, care who he is, right? If you're a star, you're probably going to be used as decoy on my team. But that's why I'm not in the NBA. Because, and sometimes people come to watch the star make that last shot. I don't think that's the right play every time. And I don't think Greg Popovich for San Antonio thinks that either. And he's very successful, right? But sometimes the stars will take the last shot, and it's a bad shot, a double pump, three-pointer with 4 hands in your face, and that's the last shot of the game. Does not have to be the last shot of the game unless it's the only shot left, right? But it's just how you think. So when you're going back to look, my man Irving, I just think he feels as though, hey, what can I do? No matter what I do, dropping 40, averaging about 35 in the finals. They still talking about LeBron, no matter what, especially after him bringing that title back. So Kyrie Irving's been to 3 finals, won one of them, and he's trying to get out of there. I'm on the fence on it. It's his decision, however he wants to do that. But you got to keep in mind, no matter where you go right now, it's not a guarantee you're going to be a Batman. You might be Robin, no matter where you go, right? You might be Batman for a minute, because you're maybe going to play with somebody young, but in a year you'll be Robin. Didn't know what happened. You're in the same situation because you're not going to win by yourself in this league. It's not happening, right? So let's just see how that is going forward. Now you have another little story developing, just a rumor, a very big rumor, because I've heard it only from one source. So I'm still going to mention it though. It looks like Kevin Durant is contemplating maybe the Lakers, right, going to play with Lonzo Ball, who I'm going to make a short comment about. Lonzo Ball seems to be the truth in terms of seeing the floor, right, and a Jason Kidd type, right. What I saw so far, I like, because I just like his court generalship. He understands where things are. He sees the floor. I think when you have something like that, you can work with that. That's a good thing to have as an instinct. And the other things you can kind of work on. But knowing the game and making your teammates better, okay? Because I haven't talked about Lonzo Ball at all, right? Because all the hype going on and Pops, doing what he do, some things I feel Pops is right about. It's a couple of things I don't. But, hey, Mark your son. Why not? Why not the family? The money in the family says somebody making money off of them. So I see it in many sports. We get irked if the people who are doing the work makes the money from themselves. We get irked by that. I remember Floyd Mayweather was a perfect example of that. When it was for Bob Arum, everybody loved him. So when he left making his own money, way more than they wanted to give him, we don't like him no more. So it can be that way when it comes to Lonzo Ball, but I didn't get into the hype part of it, but I definitely recognize talent when I see it. So Lonzo Ball, when you're talented and you like to pass the ball, you see other people open, right? People will gravitate towards you and come in there and want to play with you. So I can understand Durant maybe wanting to go there. And another reason is because Durant knows, he's in the NBA. He knows that championship, ain't nobody really buying that. Golden State had 73 wins before Durant got there. Golden State was going to win the title this year anyway. If Durant got there or not. And I said that in the video already, because if Durant wasn't there, it would have been a whole lot more Iguodala, a whole lot more Livingston putting in whole minutes, and these guys are capable players, for sure. So I still think the Golden State would have won that. And I know that Durant knows that, but maybe, okay, I still have it, he's probably deciding to do something different, which I can understand. So that could possibly be. And if Durant makes it to La La Land, then, someone else will probably show up, you see what's going on to make everything full circle. We see what's going on in Cleveland. Will LeBron be trying to stay there? So let's see how that is going forward. But I'm not getting hyped about it. Plus, I'm not one for making super teams and putting them together. In Lakers, when it comes to the Lakers, hey, you got Lonzo Ball, you got Brandon Ingram. Build around that. Build around that. I mean, we haven't been around in playing for the top 4 few years now. We'll wait another 1 or 2, Bring in one guy, let them build with these 2 guys and the rest of the crew and see what we got. Because I like watching young guys develop. It's like a Disney film. It's one of the reasons I still coaching. Because coaches, you get a chance to see Disney films. Somebody come in, a little shy, won't say nothing, don't really believe in the game so much. 6 months, 8 months later, sometimes a year later, you see something totally different in the game. Somebody wins a game or does something very important in the game, and that was that same guy that was shy, didn't want to say something. It's like a Disney movie. That's, when you ask coaches why they still do that, other than the money, they're probably going to tell you something like that, right? So to sum it up, man, you got Kyrie Irving wanting out of Cleveland. What y'all think about that? For me, I'm on the fence. It's good and bad as far as I'm concerned, right? Man can go. He's been there about 5 years at least now. So if he wants to go now, it's okay because he definitely identified with Cleveland for a long time. I don't like those guys to be there for a year and they move to the next place. You know what I mean? So let's see how that is going forward. I don't think it's a knock against LeBron or anything like that. I just think it's him wanting to get rid of this Scottie Pippen syndrome. Dumb sports talk worldwide, and I'm about here, y'all.